Hey guys, this is Brawl here, and I'm giving you my review of Boruto episode 11, The Shadow of the Mastermind. And now basically, the episode starts off with picking up where we left off with the attack on the water purification plant, but mostly the effects afterwards. We didn't see the full attack, we only saw the attack and the destruction up behind the class rep on the ground unconscious, and it turns out she got hit in the head, or she's mostly hospitalized for a few more days, while the other two are basically some scratches, minor injuries to get to release early. That being the fact that Boruto, Shikida, and Mitsuki missed the opportunity to catch the not only to catch the ghost, and possibly the master, who I'll get to by the way. Boruto felt responsible for the fact that he missed an opportunity to not only stop the ghost, but also protect the class rep. Because compared to the rest of the students, she's most likely the one who's not capable of fighting on her own just quite yet. There's also a bit of a scene we get to see where Naruto pulled up a parent moment where he grabbed Boruto by his ear and pulls him to a certain medical emergency treatment center where you see Sakura return to the series. But she had no speaking line, she was too busy focused on her work, which is perfectly fine. We get to see Sakura return again, and seeing the fact that the guy who attacked the water purification plant had all of his chakra depleted. Naruto pointed out that this is something that's far beyond for you kids to understand. You should really stick away with it. But this is something that Boruto, Shikida, and Mitsuki have been doing for a while now. And Boruto realizes that his dad is looking for the ghost as well. But being the fact that this is a little too dangerous for a kid to handle, you're not getting just yet. Until you graduate from the academy, then we can talk. Basically saying the fact that until you become getting Boruto, you're able to handle something like this, but you can't yet. That's a little bit foreshadowing to the fact that Boruto most likely will graduate from the academy and become a Geni. Now, the rest of the episode focuses on the guys trying to fix doing a repeat of what they did in the mail time by that time, but this time not mixing up the route, missing all the letters. They decided to fix things right for now. Few days there was another incident somewhere with a giant tree built. I just don't remember exactly what was that. Actually, I don't remember at all exactly what was that saying, because that was my first time seeing a giant tree in the middle, and next you know, there was like a water around it. Now, side feels about that someone from the Foundation, he feels responsible because he has experience with being in the Foundation with Danzo. But being the fact the Foundation is disbanded, it has nothing to do with him, but he still feels a bit responsible with it. And he said, if someone from the Foundation is behind this, I want to quickly save them so they won't fall into a false ideology. Like how Sai did back then when he was a member of the Foundation. And fast forward until at least towards like midway into the episode, we get to see Boruto, Shikida, and Mitsuki go on another mail round, but this time around, they noticed the fact that all the ghost attacks were outside of the route. So they know the fact they were being watched, but they don't know exactly how to confront this. It wasn't until when the rest of the students came up, tell out with the paper route, and go off their own, giving a false sense of the fact that they were false sense of the mastermind out of the shadow, who finally made his appearance. We get to see smoke. First, we get to see smoke of his leg, then the coat and the mask. And we get to see the full body of him. Turns out we don't know exactly if it's he or she just yet. It's just the body. We get to see a cloak and a mask. And the mask looks like it's broken off between like one. The mask itself is like cracked on the left eye. It's cracked. And it has two holes, but it looks like one's like chipped off. And he's actually controlling the ghost. He or she is controlling the ghost. He possesses the Borough Chief, and he goes on a rampage with the mail and out of that Boruto, Iwaki, Shikida, and what was his name again? The one with the glasses. I just forgot his name. They confront him, but they confront him and they find out that they're newly watched, so they decided to falsely place and plan to have all over the paper and have the blind spot, which is most likely the post office, be the place where the mastermind will attack. They're right on the ball there, but he managed to slow away while Boruto and his group go up against the possessed Bureau Chief. Lee, Chojo, Inojin, and Mitsuki confront the masked dude. A few fight sequences every now and then. We get to see Tonori protect the mail, saying the fact that it's our job just because it's tedious, and nothing really cares about. Everyone's anxiously waiting for their mail, which I could relate to that. If I were like to order something online or wait for a package for something, I anxiously wait for it. Mostly everyone waits for it to get in the mail. Also, I could relate from seeing how while I was waiting for a mail to come, I was away from my parents for like a good 3 months. And as for the fight sequence, we get to see them defeat the Bureau Chief. We get to see a small glimpse of the face again. This time Boruto sees it with his second eye, the shadow. There's a paper bomb at it, but misses it, so it didn't really quite get it. So we get a small glimpse of the face. And now for the side for Mitsuki, Lee, Chojo, and Inojin we're dealing with. They chase him down to a certain riverbank, but they use the opportunity because they have yet to learn how to walk on water, right? They have yet to learn how to walk on water. Except for Mitsuki, because apparently he can do it because he confronted him, but he doesn't say anything, he doesn't do anything. They do a stare down, and he just walks away into the shadows, and Mitsuki just ignores it, but maybe Mitsuki's hiding something, we don't know what he's going to tell the preview. Turns out he's hiding something, he's holding something from Boruto until he's going to say it with the next episode. Now that that's done, we can see a shadowy glimpse of what the shadow looks like. It looks like a full-fledged beast, more like towards like a more lion figure. And we're doing this it's said it's doing for our greatest wish of New, N-U-E. I think I might remember the name. The name sounds the word or the name sounds very familiar, but I kind of forgot. If you guys if you know what he's talking about, who saw it, let me know in the comments. But we get to see what it looks like. That's the big thing about this one slide. We can see what it looks like now. It obviously looks like a lion beast thing, and apparently it can talk. But it's really undecided it's really unclear when that's gonna make a full-fledged appearance and confronts Boruto and the rest of his And the next episode we have top Boruto and Mitsuki. We're going to see the bond between both these two. See how the bond between Boruto and Mitsuki forge into more later down the line when these two ultimately become squad members. But for now, we're still stuck in the moves like who's behind the mask, why they're doing this, but we get small glimpses to why for our greatest wish. But we don't know exactly what the greatest wish is, and exactly who or what New is. But that was Boruto episode 11. We get to finally see the person behind the ghost, and we get to see the almost a clear figure of what the beast looks like. That was episode 11. What do you guys think? If you guys know, if you like the episode, if you like the episode, let me know in the comments what you think about all this. And if you like this video, leave a like, subscribe, comment down below, share this with a friend, and I'll see you all next time. Laters!